Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. And today I want to give you guys the full roadmap to testing your first product with Shopify. I think a lot of people overcomplicate things when they're first starting out. So my goal with this video is just to give you some very clear, actionable steps that you can follow right away so that you can go out and complete your first product test as soon as possible. So without further ado, let's just jump right into the video. So I've put together this Notion page here, which I'll leave down below in the description to this video so you can follow it along as you're watching this, or if you want to have it as a reference after you finish watching the video. But to test your first product, you're going to need four things. Your product, obviously, you're going to need a website, you're going to need some video ads, and then you're going to need to run those video ads using some sort of marketing, whether that's Facebook, TikTok ads. You know, there's also the organic route, but in this video, I will strictly be focusing on paid ads, Facebook ads specifically, because I've just found that to work the best for me. So let's start by finding your first product to sell. So I've made a full in-depth 30-minute video on my channel on product research and selecting the right product. So I'm not going to go too in-depth for this step, but I will go over, you know, the rough things you need to know, the criteria. I'll show you some winning product examples. So when I'm looking for a product, this is the criteria that, you know, I make sure it needs to match. Number one, the product needs to be problem solving. I don't like selling, you know, just random viral products or wow factor products. I've always found that if a product solves some sort of problem, whether that's insecurity, boredom, etc., it's going to do much better than if it doesn't. Can't be found in stores, that's a big one. Make sure that your product can't be found in your local Walmart, your Target, any store. If somebody has seen that product before in person and knows they can just go to their nearest store and buy it, why the hell would they buy it from you? High perceived value. Make sure that your product has a high perceived value. Make sure, you know, it's a product that isn't seen as cheap or, you know, poorly made. So I typically like to go for products at the very minimum that are $40, and I'll sell product anywhere up to like $140. So yeah, high perceived value is what I look for. And then I look for a product that can be sold at least a 3x markup. Anything under that, and it's going to be very difficult to actually scale and be profitable in the long run. So 3 to 4x markup is typically what I look for. And then lastly, it needs to be a need, not a want. Kind of tying back into that problem solving aspect. If it's a product that people truly need, it will sell a lot better, at least in my experience. I also want to give you guys a couple examples here. The first product here, I've talked about this one before. This was a great product that did very, very well. It's a CarPlay add-on. And what this product does is it essentially allows you to get CarPlay even if your car doesn't have it. So as you can see, it's a pretty high ticket product. It can't be found in store. It's a problem solver. You know, the value of getting CarPlay and not having to buy a whole new car and just buying this little device is price to value ratio is insane. This product was at one point, I wouldn't recommend selling this now. I think it's a bit saturated, but just wanted to show you guys this one. The next one is this pregnancy safety belt. So basically for, you know, pregnant women, it's basically a belt that makes sure that, you know, in the case of an accident, the seatbelt doesn't, you know, cause any issues. So massive problem solver there. You know, safety of the baby is super important, obviously. So this is why this product was a winner as well. Once again, I don't know if this product is currently selling. Just wanted to show you guys this one. And then the last example I have for you guys is more recent. You might have even seen this one, but it's this breath trainer. So once again, this product is a problem solver. It's a health product. People that have maybe issues with lungs or want to make sure that their lungs are healthy are going to want to buy this product. And these guys built a very nice niche store around it. You know, you can't find this product in stores. 3, you know, great examples of winning products. So when you're selecting your product, make sure your product hits that criteria. These products did a ton of revenue. Nothing too crazy, but these are some great examples. Now, as far as products that you need to avoid, those would be supplements, any sort of products that you actually ingest. I don't like selling just because there's too much risk there. Any sort of dangerous products, so like knives, any flammable products, lighters, I just fully avoid. And then copyrighted products, I don't like selling those because my goal is to find a product that you can build into a real brand with long-term potential. And if you sell like dupes, copyrighted products, like it's just never going to work in the long run. Sure, you can make some money with it, but there's also a host of other issues that can come with selling those types of products as well. So my advice, just avoid them completely. And then as far as actually finding your products, Once again, I've made a video about this, so I'm not gonna go too in depth, but I'll give you some free product research methods. One of my favorite ones is the ad library. I use this one all the time. Another free method is just scrolling Facebook and Instagram once you have actually optimized your feed. I've found a ton of really good products using that method as well. And then some of my favorite paid product research methods include PP ads, Miney, Afterlive. Once again, I cover those inside of my other video, so I'm not going to cover these too much, but any of these methods work great. At the end of the day, all product research methods work. It's just about, at the end of the day, all product research methods work. It's just about putting in the reps, putting in the time, and actually knowing what to look for. So step 2, now that you have selected a product that you're going to sell, you're going to need a website. And a lot of people overcomplicate this step and they just take way too long building their website. They change a bunch of things, and like, you don't need to do any of that. Like, this step should take you a couple hours max, maybe like 2 days if you've never built a site on Shopify before, but it shouldn't take you long at all. So the first thing you're gonna need to do is pick a name, go to ChatGPT, generate one, think of one yourself. I personally like doing very general names that can be easily branded to any type of product. So just pick a general name on ChatGPT, make a Shopify account for $1. I've included a link in the description for you guys, and then just pick a free theme. If you do want to buy a paid theme, Shrine is something I would recommend. I really like using that one. A couple different options. There's one for $50, $100, and then they have like a pro one for, I think it's $150. But if you've never tested a product, like, don't get a paid theme. Free themes work just fine, and I test products with the basic refresh theme on Shopify, and it converts fine. So don't overcomplicate it, just pick a free theme, build out the homepage and product page, and then get your domain. There's lots of really good in-depth tutorials on YouTube on actually building out your store, the step-by-step, and I'll probably end up making a video in the future as well. As of right now, I'm not gonna go over, the nitty-gritty, like setting up the Shopify account, setting up the full product page. I'll link some tutorials for that in the description, but I do want to show you guys a couple high converting website examples. This one, I've already showed you guys. This is one of the winning product examples. Great website, really simple, looks very nice, very trustworthy. This is a great example. Another one, I believe this one is actually a free theme. So this is a free theme. This one is like basically like a shoe insole that is supposed to help with pain. This is a free theme with, I think, a couple customized features. Nothing really that complicated, nothing too crazy. Saying what the product is doing, some testimonials, some features, reviews, frequently asked questions, that's it. I'd recommend following a formula of headline, piece of text, content. So kind of like this. On mobile, this will look slightly different, but as long as you follow a formula of headline, text, content, repeat that a couple times, finish it off with some testimonials, you're gonna be good. Your website is gonna convert. Just look at a couple high converting websites from other e-commerce brands and just duplicate that for yourself. Don't copy anything one for one, take inspiration and add your own twist on it. But once again, don't overcomplicate this step at all. I've shown you a couple of websites here. Some of these are more complicated, more custom, but a lot of these are pretty simple. This one especially is very straightforward. This one I believe is using a free theme as well. So just build out your website, get it out there. It's gonna be much better than spending weeks or even months on building it. Now that you've got your product, your website, the next step is actually getting some ad creatives. That way we can advertise the product. There's a couple ways to do this. The first one is just using existing content, and that's what a lot of beginner dropshippers do. They just take competitor ads and run them as their own. This isn't ideal because most of the time these videos won't even perform well because Facebook and TikTok will know that you're using repurposed content and purposely put you lower in the auction. And basically what that means is you'll be paying more to show your ad to the same people as your competitors. So we don't really want to use this method. The next option you have is to make the ads yourself. So this is a very viable option. The only problem is it takes time and money. When testing a product, your goal is to test as quickly and efficiently as possible. I like making ads myself when I've already validated the product and I'm looking to scale, not when I'm just testing. Another reason this isn't the best when you're just starting out, if this is your first product test or you've never made ads before, chances are you don't know what actually goes into making a high converting ad. I wouldn't do this if you're just testing a product or you're just starting out. And then the next option is just having someone make the creatives for you. And this is a great option because if you're just starting out, getting original creatives that are edited in a way that will convert might be a little difficult. And it's also much cheaper and quicker than ordering the product and making the ads yourself. And a service I'll recommend you guys for actually buying creatives is called VidX. They're super affordable, have a quick turnaround time, and they make ads that are proven to convert. So the way it works is actually very simple. So I'm in their dashboard here. I've already made an account. All you have to do is select one of their plans depending on how many creatives you're going to want a month. You just request an ad creative, fill out a quick form, and they'll return the finished creatives in like 2 to 3 days. And then if you're not happy, you can always request more revisions and then give notes until you're fully satisfied. And I'll quickly play a video here that these guys actually made for me for a recent product that I tested, so you guys can kind of see what to expect. So I'll go ahead and play this now.
My biggest regret is not trying this sooner. I struggled with thin lips and painful injections. I spent a lot on temporary solutions that never worked. Introducing the Oh So Pouty Lip Roller, your non-invasive solution for fuller lips. Just sanitize, fill with serum, and roll over your lips for a quick 5-minute process. Achieve long-lasting, fuller lips with visible results after just a few uses. Join over 10,000 satisfied women who've made the switch to Oh So Pouty. Click shop now to transform your lips with
All right, so that's the video. These types of videos convert very, very well. And I literally didn't have to do anything for this. I just filled out a quick questionnaire about the product, what sort of clips I want in there. And then they sent this back to me in 2 to 3 days. And if you guys want to check out VidX for yourself and get some videos for your product test, I'll leave a link to them down in the description of this video. All right, so now that you have your product, you have your website, and you have the actual ads to run, it's time to get your product in front of buyers. So the way I'm gonna do this for this video is by setting up a Facebook campaign. I personally like Facebook ads when testing new products. I've just found it to be the most consistent. There's other ways to do this. Obviously, you can do TikTok ads, you can do organic, but in this video, we're just gonna focus on Facebook. So I'll run through the strategy here with you guys before we actually jump into Facebook and set up this campaign. But we're gonna be doing an ABO, manual sales campaign. We're gonna have one creative per ad set. You're gonna have fully broad targeting, no interests. And then on the actual ad set level, you wanna make sure you optimize for purchase. For the budget, you'll either do $10.33 or $10.77. You can also do 20 if you wanna spend a little more. And then you'll start it at 12 a.m. the next day. And then for countries, I typically like doing US, Canada, and the UK, and then sometimes Australia. On the ad level, you'll just choose your page, your creative, and then you'll add all of the ad copy, your primary text, headlines, and call to action. But let's jump into Facebook and I'll set up this campaign with you guys right now. So I'm on my demo account here. I'm gonna assume you already have your BM, your ads manager, your pixel, your Facebook page set up. If you guys want a more in-depth video for that, just let me know. I'll be happy to make a walkthrough. Once you're in here, you're gonna wanna click create, select sales, click continue, manual sales campaign. And then for the campaign name, I typically like doing just product test, put your product name. Since I'm just doing a demo campaign, I'm just gonna put product test, the type of campaign we're doing, which is ABO creative test. And then when it's starting, which will be, let's say on the 25th, right here, we're gonna scroll down. We're gonna deselect catalog if that's enabled. All of this here you can leave off. We're not doing CBO. Click on ad set right here. Click on the ad set level. For the ad set name, we're just gonna call this broad-1. Choose website, and then right here, you're gonna wanna choose your pixel that you have connected to your Shopify store, and then your conversion event, which you always want to select as purchase, because that's what we want to get. Dynamic creative, we're gonna leave off. For the budget, like I said, we'll either do $10.33 or $20.33, doesn't matter. I personally like adding cents just because that's something I've always done. I think it makes a difference. Probably doesn't, but that's just my personal preference. You don't have to do it. And then for the start date, you just wanna do 12 a.m. the next day. So on the 26th. And then everything else here, you're gonna leave broad, no interest targeting whatsoever. For locations, I'm just gonna add United States, Canada, and the UK for now. And that's it for the ad set level. Once you're here, you wanna click on the ad level, and then this is where we're actually gonna select your page for your store. You're gonna select your creative, and you're gonna add the ad copy, set your landing page, etc. So we're gonna go ahead. I'm not gonna select a Facebook page here because it's gonna show all of my pages for my products. You're gonna wanna do manual upload, single image or video, turn off multi-advertiser ads. You don't need a catalog. And then for media, add your image or video here. Set up your primary text, your headline, and your description. For the call to action, I personally like doing shop now, and then just add your destination URL, which is your product page. Once you're done with that, you're going to want to duplicate the broad dash 1 ad set 4 more times, 5 more times, however many creatives you actually have. Because keep in mind, we're only gonna have 1 creative per ad set. So however many creatives you have, just duplicate it that many times. So you're gonna want to run this campaign for 2 to 3 days. And if you did everything right, you should hopefully start to see some sales in the next few days. From here, you want to continue improving your video creatives, testing new ones, and scale the current ads that are working well. If you don't see sales, don't get discouraged. It took me over 6 months to find my first profitable product. So you're probably not gonna hit a winner on your first go. That'll be all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed and found some value in it. Once again, I'll leave the page that I was going over down in the description below, along with VidX. And if you guys have any questions, you can always message me on Instagram. I'll be happy to help you out. But that'll be all for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.